All right, so we're going live. Okay, so it was a little bit different today. I don't know why, but Steven is not going live on YouTube. It's on Facebook, so a little bit different. So here we go.
On the paper.
A little bit late. So, all right, I can't go back and fly, but he's showing a video of something.
Okay, so let me give you the worst.
Yeah, what is that? What is that?
The worst that's happened. All right, markets this morning opened up huge declines. This is a national story. Senator Ted Cruz quarantined himself after CPAC because there was someone there who might have had coronavirus, and then people are making a big deal out of Italy's leaked plan to potentially quarantine 16 million people. That's causing all kinds of chaos. Here's something. Let me just put this in context for you. When people talk about these things as though they are insurmountable problems, by this time tomorrow, and by the way, at the time of this recording, the markets have rallied quite a bit. So you're talking about a loss of less than 3% if you compare it percentage-wise to the Great Depression or the crash of 2000. It's not even close. We'll get into that in a second. But this time tomorrow, Ted Cruz could come out, Senator Ted Cruz, and say, hey, guys, I'm fine. Italy could say, you know what? We don't really need to quarantine 16 million people. That was just a bunch of people freaking out over nothing. And the markets could have rebounded. It could not be less relevant.
All right, now I got two going.
Directly affect economic markets. And so they come out here and they create this hysteria without any context. They want this to happen so that then
I thought this was supposed to be live, is what I thought it was.
On President Donald Trump.
I'm just like a little confused, guys. So.
How worried are you out there? Really
we're gonna fix this on.
Some of those people who've driven again Contagion up to number 8 on iTunes. Don't answer this because you're gonna taint the question.
Maybe this is just a show they did.
Do you think the media is
okay? So that's what it is.
Okay, just let me. Did you fight anyone for toilet paper?
It's not necessarily live. I thought it was live, guys. That's my bad, but
at some point, okay, so I don't want you to go back here and say you said it would never get back. It could get bad, but I will say this.
What's up, dude? Hi. Who are you? Malong Johnson. Who are you? Hi. Thank you for watching. Okay. Obviously, what we're going to do is we're going to watch Steven, and we're going to talk about the fact of what we talked about the coronavirus and the fact that people are like freaking out. It's actually kind of a good thing that he's not live, because I can kind of give my perspective on it. I just didn't know what was going on. Sorry about that. Anyways, my perspective is I think it's crazy that people are freaking out with the coronavirus. Of course, we need to know about it, but like, do you know how many people? I think it's like every year, it's how many people that die of the flu each year. It's like fucking thousands or millions or some shit. People die of the flu like constantly all the time, and no one talks about it, but everyone's freaking out about the fucking coronavirus. So let's go back to watching this.
Is that maybe you actually might have to worry about if we're looking at pure raw numbers. There are a significant number of things that are more likely to kill you than the coronavirus. For example, more of you just died walking under a ladder than have died yet in the United States from the coronavirus. Actual corona.
Actual corona.
So before we get to it, though, I'm sure you guys have seen this. Obviously, people have gone into a panic, emptying the shelves, the hand sanitizer, toilet. It's been a rough.
All right, we're going to pause that just for a second because we do have to do the 60-second thing. So, okay, so we got iHeart Crowder. What's up, my dude? TP Wars, of course, and 60 and then 60K. Well, hello, and that was Jericho 7. Yeah. I love Steven too. He is completely against like the norm now, I guess you could say. Thank you for the 2 people who are watching. I very, very much appreciate it. And so I love him because of the fact that he's just real. He's real. He doesn't care. And that's what the world is lacking. People are, I feel like, remember when we were kids and we used to sit there and we used to fucking, yes, the death flu per year. That's what I was talking about. Someone Google that for me because I looked it up on the CDC website and it's crazy. It's crazy as hell that people are freaking out about this. And I think it's like, I saw the last time, like on an actual website, it was up to like 9. And then now I saw today, it's like up to 20. But let's compare that. Like, dude, seriously, like 20 compared to fucking millions. And I mean, come on. Each year, mind you, that's not just all, that's like each year. So, also, by the way, the weed that I am smoking, I am not positive of the name. And I'm actually not positive of the name of the dabs though, because the dabs that I got, were just from, my husband's best friend and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. You said 60, okay, per year. So thank you so much. That was, tell me if I'm pronouncing your name right. Is it Jericho 007? Oh, that's funny. That's cute. Of the death flu. Yeah, that's extremely true. And that's what people are stupid. That's like, once again, I will say this, we live in an outrage culture. We are in a culture where everyone thinks that when everyone wants something new every second, they want something new to either bitch about, brag about, talk about, or do, because you know why? They're bored. They're literally bored. That's why another reason why all these fucking fights start on the left too. They have nothing to bitch about. And so they're creating something. They need a fucking hobby is what it is. CFR is for the coronavirus 1.5%. See, there exactly 1.5%. And I'm just saying in general, you can't look. We can talk about not only just the flu, but there are record ways of dying. People can die from fucking sitting there and just being you, just living. Even if you live a healthy life, you can die. Yes, you can catch this disease, but I don't see people freaking the fuck out and using fucking rubbers all the time. Do you know how many people I know that do not use condoms? And when AIDS and herpes and syphilis is a real thing, and I'm naming the ones that don't go away, the venereal diseases that just don't go away, because I think people like playing Russian roulette with it somehow, but then they're upset about the coronavirus, but won't even wrap their own penis or cover their own vagina. So, yeah.
Oh, with the coronavirus.
Here we go. Oh my, this is a fight? Was it over toilet paper or hand sanitizer? There's toilet paper. Oh my gosh, guys, this is crazy. I heard it all sold out, like hand sanitizer, toilet paper, and shit.
The worst markets this morning opened up.
Oh, guys, this is my husband's remote. I bought him. It's the Joker.
Because there was someone there who might have
it's custom made. I custom made it for him, and then it has his gamer tag on the other side.
Quarantine 16 million people. That's causing all kinds of chaos. Here's something. Let me just put this in context for you. When people talk about these things as though they are insurmountable problems, by this time tomorrow, and by the way, at the time of this recording, the markets have rallied quite a bit. So you're talking about a loss of less than 3%. If you compare percentage-wise to the Great Depression with the crash of 2008, it's not even close. We'll get into that in a second. But this time tomorrow, Ted Cruz can come out.
And pause. Because we have the lovely. Oh, okay. Now I get it. You're calling it the TP wars because people are fighting over toilet paper. At first, when he first said that, I was like, what is he talking about? And that it is. And so for one, you're that concerned you're going to run out of toilet paper? I guess what I'm trying to figure out is why are they so concerned about buying toilet paper? Like, I don't necessarily know what the actual flu, like, I'm just going to say that the coronavirus does. Like the flu, we know the flu gives you the shits and you throw up and stuff like that. I don't actually know what the symptoms are. I need to look the actual symptoms up or whatever. I didn't plan this very sporadic, this video, so I do need to look up what physically happens to your body when you get it. Or whatever like that, but does it make you shit yourself? Does it make you throw up? I mean, or did you just die? Or I guess is what I want to know. So why are these people so hell-bent on obtaining? Like, what if it doesn't? What if it doesn't make you do any of that shit? See, okay, you don't. I don't know the connection between the virus and TP. Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Does it make you shit a whole bunch? Like, why are you bitches fighting over toilet paper? Like, dry cough, fever. Once again, thank you, but there's none of those linked to toilet paper. Good Lord.
And Ted Cruz can say, hey guys, I'm fine. Italy could say, you know what, we don't really need to quarantine 16 million people. That was just a bunch of people freaking out over nothing. And the markets could have rebounded. It could not be less relevant. It'd be totally fine by this point tomorrow. Again, it would still be trending number 8 on iTunes. It doesn't 2011. Why would you think it's encrypted how to spread the coronavirus? No, it's
that's
not.
hilarious.
I know it's a word whisker of yours, but I'm very
He was jumping up and down, dude.
So, let's go to
That's hilarious.
claims here that are being made.
Talking about a cough, I got a cough.
Okay. Of course, the media has tried to make this disease or virus about Donald. I have to get that right. Really watch out. By the way, I know AIDS was a hoax. I said AIDS epidemic, meaning 1 in 3 heterosexual couples, according to Oprah, would be affected by 1994. The idea of a prolific epidemic was a hoax. I'm not saying that the coronavirus was created in an underground lab with communist Chinese people and Alex Jones. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it is not as dire as the media wants you to believe. Who are in the process crashing global economic.
Oh yeah, by the way, awesome.
So the media, of course,
just to show you guys. My Trump shirt came. If you don't know what it says, if you don't like President Trump, then you probably won't like me. But I still love anybody. Don't matter if you don't like the president. I'm not crazy. I'm not like the left. I'll still like you.
Your position on the National Security Council, for example, are you concerned that this is impacting their response?
Is he worried that more about his best case for re-election than the real health threat here? Is the president misleading the American people about the virus and the outbreak?
Given
Oh gosh, of course. And then this is what the media does right there for you. Is the president lying about it? Because good Lord.
President Pence's history as
There are some things they keep from us for our safety, for this exact fucking reason, dude. They keep us away from it because of the sheer fact that regular Americans and just human beings in general react. They just react quickly and very fast and very crazy. And oh God Lord.
dealing with the recent public health crisis. Is he the best equipped to lead it?
I just don't.
We'll return to your regularly
They keep
scheduled-
stuff from us for that exact reason, so that we don't go nuts. Sometimes, kind of like your parents do, when your parents ever sit there and say, when you ask them, why didn't you tell me? Well, you weren't ready at the time. Yeah, that's why.
program. We're not returning to anything.
not
You're
that
just
fucking
tuning
hard
in
to
right
get.
now. So enjoy the show. Want to let you know that next week will be our 1 billion play live stream special.
Yay!
Thank you so much for bringing us to 1 billion plays with all kinds of giveaways, contests, more guests than you can shake a stick at. Oh, I don't know why you'd shake a stick at anything. That's next Thursday, 1 billion live stream. Please do consider joining Mug Club because that's how we've gotten to 1 billion plays. LiveOutCutter.com/Mug Club. $69 for students, veterans, active military, and you get a show every day, most days anyways, Monday through Thursday. If not, bookmark the page, check it every day because there's a new video. We really appreciate it. See you next week.
Louder with Crowder Studios, protected exclusively by Walter.
All right, good. Part of this is I can skip through it. No offense. Love ya. Don't want to watch it. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
That's called the I hit my knee.
I just don't want to get.
I
Okay.
know, and I completely lost all sound.
All right. So let me go back real quick.
The woke progressives in media have the ability.
Give me 1 second, guys, because it started. Something ended up happening. What did we?
Democrat, not a big fan of Donald Trump. I think he sued Donald Trump. He said that Pence's handling of the situation,
As something happened, it just like cut the.
his reaction to President Don. You see what it is, right?
Okay, let's go.
Die. Yeah. Okay. Let's contrast
Something's
that
going
with
on right
President
quick.
Trump.
Okay, hold on. I'm
Declared
gonna read that
emergency
and just like
after
come.
how many deaths? How many? What?
All right, let's. I was trying to get. Where were we? It like I don't know what the hell happened. To the video. It just like. Sorry, guys. This was not my intention, but now because I was doing this with you guys and not paying attention, I don't know what happened. It just like completely exited out. So thank you for bearing with me. I don't necessarily know where we left off. I do know that we got to be somewhere by the 14 mark. Hold on.
Keep in mind, by the way, that it was the Obama administration who initially identified these countries as countries of concern. But I'm just comparing this. We have a travel ban to try.
I don't know. I know we were watching the news part, but I don't see the parts where he had the news clips.
Already, if you're on YouTube, hit all notifications because subscriptions don't mean a whole lot.
All right, you know what?
No,
We're gonna
surprise, surprise.
go. We're gonna go to 13.
Barack Obama, 1,000 dead in America.
All right. I
Governor
swear.
of California, okay, Democrat,
Yeah.
not a
We
big
don't
fan of
like
Donald Trump. I think he
There we
sued
go.
Donald Trump.
Yep.
He said that
All right, I figured out where we were. I was like, what the hell's going on?
Was fantastic. He said it was everything he
The
could have
media's
hoped
Trump
for, quote,
cars.
and that the administration has since followed through with all of their promises.
See?
Should be noted that's just Pence welling him to a state of complacency.
And he doesn't like, and that guy didn't like him. So,
That being said, right now, at this snapshot in time, it looks pretty good. This was something that was very interesting to me. To stop the spread of the coronavirus, again, didn't wait until 1,000 deaths. As a matter of fact, this was before the first death. But most people don't remember that. Donald Trump
okay, what were you saying?
restricted travel. I don't want to say a ban, but a moratorium.
Was it? Okay. Thank you so much for that. That was a really good tip. You went and looked it up, and that's exactly what it is. But this is the culture we live in. They don't care. They go based off feelings, not facts.
On Chinese travel back to the United States beginning of January. Okay, there were 0 confirmed cases of the coronavirus this month. Death toll in the whole world hadn't reached 100,000. Barack Obama, 1,000 dead in America.
There you go.
No deaths. No deaths in the United States. Less than 100 globally. Okay, so they put this ban out there. I don't remember anyone talking about how this was racist. No one had a problem with it.
Yeah.
Then there was Trump's
Was it racist?
Muslim ban, the moratorium, right on 6
Yep.
6 countries, 7 countries, something like that. Well, keep in mind, by the way, administration.
He's racist for that too. I gotta do the 30-second pause, but he's racist for everything he does. But if you compare, like, no one was in an outrage when Obama did some of this stuff. Similar. They're not the same at all, but yeah, like, I just don't get it. Or the lies of the kids in cages thing or whatever. The pictures that you guys will see out there that are the pictures of these children in cages, or they're saying they're from Trump's administration when they're not. They were Obama's. So
By these countries as countries of concern. But I'm just comparing this. We have a travel ban to try and quarantine a virus, right? From a foreign country, no one has a problem with it. When we had effectively what was a travel quarantine to try and control, to try and quarantine terrorism, people were offended. Terrorists, by the way, terrorism kills roughly 21,000 people a year worldwide.
exactly.
Just to be clear, while we're talking about the numbers.
Thank you for
Study
watching,
on
guys. I
United
really
States terrorism
appreciate
found that
it.
From 1992 to the time Trump instituted the travel ban moratorium in 2017, terrorists killed over 3,300 Americans, and Islamists were responsible for 92% of those deaths. So I just want to be really clear. when we're
Exactly.
talking
Before
about
he even
pandemic,
says something, just because I want people to know that genuinely, yes, I watched Stephen, but that's another reason why I did. If you want to go watch the video I just uploaded, it was a reaction to The Man. It's a music video by Taylor Swift. If you don't know, she has a Netflix documentary where she sits there and pretty much bashes men. Only could watch a couple clippets of it just because of the fact that it was just anyways. And I used to listen to Taylor Swift when I was, you know what I'm saying, in high school and middle school and stuff like that when I was a girl. And, you know, it just was terrible how she goes on. I went ahead and genuinely was like, oh shit, it'd be a great video. So I reacted to it. I had never seen it. So before he even sits there and says what he's going to say, because I don't want people to think that, yeah, I watch him. I watch a lot of people. But just because my reaction is going to be my reaction, but his reaction is going to be his reaction. Because, oh, that's what happened. I figured out what happened. My remote, when you lay it down, it sits there and it'll just start fast forwarding it. And that's what it did. And it went to the next episode. So that's what ended up, that's how we ended up losing our place. But anyways, but yeah. And so I will tell you before he even says something, but now I did it again. So now I got to find where we were again.
He's falling into a state of complacency, and then he's going to electrocute him because he's a California. That being said, right now, at this snapshot in time, it looks pretty good. This was something that was very interesting to me. 1,000, Barack Obama, 1,000
Okay,
dead
see it went back.
of concern. But I'm just comparing this. We have a travel ban to try and quarantine a virus.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's what I was going to say. Before he even says that, I don't understand how it is racist for him, our president, to keep people out of our country that cause either threat, danger, or harm. Okay, so when you're talking about, say, think of the United States. That's our country. We love it. We live here. We want to be safe. We raise our kids and our families here and go to work every day here. Well, the same thing is said about your home. Okay. think of the United States as your home. That's why that's the exact reason that statement is out there. You're supposed to think about America as your home. Now, when they say that, like, your home, I lock my door at night or when my husband's at work because I'm alone with them and my kids being them. I don't understand why it's okay for us to sit there and protect our home, but we're not going to treat our country the same way too. We're not going to sit there and pretty much lock the door on the United States of America. If someone's a threat to you, you're going to go get a restraining order, which means you're going to do preventative actions to keep them away from you. So now, because the president isn't letting bad people in the country, and because of the fact that they're a different nationality than he is, now all of a sudden, because he won't let terrorists in, they're a different color. So he automatically is racist. Not he wants to keep the bad guys out, I guess is the best way. That's how my daughter would say it to you. Why are you mad? They're trying to keep the bad guys out. Okay. So he's trying to sit there and keep us safe and not have these people who don't like us, they want to harm us, come into this country. So if you want that, then you know what? Please move, because I don't know how many people sat there and said they were going to get up and move to Canada and stuff like that. When I was against Trump, I never actually said I was going to get up and move to Canada. I can't recall if my husband did or didn't, but I always want to say to those fuckers, did you sit there and go 2020? Trump 2020? Yes. Thank you. I lock my doors because I have liberal ass neighbors. Yes. Thank you so much. I love it. I've actually never had the interactive live chat. I've done live chats before, but never ever had anybody interact, which is really nice. But that's exactly what it is. So I don't understand how the president's getting persecuted pretty much for locking his door, guys. He's protecting us, but he's bad. Also, my husband was on the way home. This is just a tidbit, just kind of like a little. You'll notice I always will sit there and we'll go off on one topic, and then we're gonna pop in and we're gonna knock on a couple doors pretty much. We're gonna go to a couple different topics. But my husband decided to sit there and message me a picture of him on his way to work. And he sits there, and I normally, if I ever am going to bring up somebody, I'm going to ask them before I put them in the video, but he is technically my husband, but I wouldn't put anything out there that I know he would be upset with, but I would still ask him normally, even if he's my husband, still is right. But he does work with, in the medical field. And so it's very, very nice, because his days off are very unique, which is awesome. So he gets to work just as much as any other regular person would, more if he wants to, but he also gets, a lot of time with his family. It's really nice. But the reason I'm bringing this up or whatever is because of the fact that he decided to, on the way home, not on the way home, to work or from work, I can't remember which one it was. He stopped on the way to the gas station and decided to bring on his phone, take a picture, sent it to me. Guess what it was? It was a picture of the gas price. And we've talked about it, me and him, about how we've noticed how much since Trump's been in office. And guys, mind you, it's literally it's not even a complete continuance of the 4 years that we're once the election happens, once we sit there and find out who our new president is, not new president, if he'll stay in office or if he won't stay in office, then he'll be in there a complete 4 years, or what if he'll get another 4, which means a total of 8. We've noticed from sitting there and paying attention to things, and these are part of the things we had to pay attention to decide, because we were so lied and didn't look into anything before. We became on the more of the right side. I've always said in my videos, I'm not a Republican. I'm not I'm definitely not a fucking Democrat. Even I used to be a big one. But how I came to be where I came. I'm just me. I just believe what's right. And if you're going to do what's right and your campaign sounds good to me, that's pretty much what I choose. And anyways, and I hate Hillary Clinton, just a note. But he sent me a picture of the gas prices. We've watched this. We've watched them consistently go down. And he took a picture. We live in Michigan. It was $1.99 per gallon, guys. $1.99. Please tell me another sitting president so far, and that's a Democrat, that got it down to that price. Okay? Because I don't know. And I haven't looked into those, so I'm not even stating that's the fact. I'm just saying Or even just lately, what was it when Obama was in office? I think like $2 something, maybe $2.99. You know what I'm saying? That's still expensive. I remember back when I was in high school, I remember it was always fucking expensive. And I knew prominently about it because of my dad too, because of the field he works in. It was like fucking $4 or $5 for a fucking tank of gas. So you can't tell me that he's not doing good. He's lowering the taxes. He's keeping the bad guys out. He's making America great again. Anyways, let's go back to this.
Right? Or a foreign country, no one has a problem with it.
And he's biased on Trump. He likes him, but he's not. He wasn't a
Quarantine
voter
to try and
for him,
control,
though.
to try and quarantine terrorism.
Yeah.
People were offended. Terrorists, by the way, terrorism kills roughly 21,000 people a year worldwide. Just to be clear, while we're talking about the numbers, a study of the United States terrorism found that from 1992 to the time Trump instituted the travel ban moratorium in 2017, terrorists killed over 3,300 Americans.
What?
And Islamists were responsible
Shit,
for
see, like, I didn't even know that. I love
98%
that.
of those
I love
deaths. So
fact
just wanna be
checking it.
really clear, while we're talking about
Love fact
pandemics
checking it.
and a threat to your
Gas
life,
prices in California are oh
you
my
should be avoiding
gosh.
this,
See?
obviously.
There you go. Right there. Right there. Gasoline prices in California. Candace Owens said something I thought was so funny about California now that you mentioned it. She said, I think, don't quote me. It's not quotable once again. I hate California. It is, she said, it was the nicest place for any socialist place or any socialist society she'd ever been to. Is the nicest one. And it was just fucking hilarious that she put it that way. She said it was disgusting there, and they're all I fucking stutter sometimes, guys, so sorry, but that is the exact perfect placement to, if you want to know what you want the entire rest of the world look like, look at the streets there. Look at the fact that in California it's littered with nothing but people, homeless people, and the government isn't doing anything about it. But guess who is? I watched this one video on this guy, completely did this entire fundraiser he got all of his different friends that were Trump supporters and all of his friends that even weren't Trump supporters, anybody that wanted to go ahead and do it, to go out on the streets. And he spent a whole bunch of money, did it out of his own pocket, and donated their time and was cleaning up all the garbage that are just littered on the streets. This is the cheapest. The station across the street is $3.49. Is the cheapest shit. Oh my gosh. Now, do you live in California, or is it or did you just look that up? And let me know. Did I pronounce your name right? Because you are very prominent in the comments, so I want to be able to get your name right. I think it's Jericho. Jericho. That's only 007. So just let me know if I'm pronouncing your name right. And do you live there? California is becoming the third world's biggest state. See, okay, so once again, yeah, that's why I wanted to know. Are you from there? Do you know like what it's like and stuff like that? But yeah, here in Michigan, it is $1.99 for gas. So if that doesn't tell you an absolute stamp on part of what's going on, what the president's doing, California. Yeah, so you do live there. See, there you go. Exactly. That, I feel horrible. Oh my God. That must suck. Santa Cruz. Okay, honey, that must suck so bad, because I tell you right now, all right, Michigan is, I used to live in Indiana, and then I live in Michigan. But in Indiana is a Republican state, but Michigan is very Democratic. There are benefits from being here, but that is because Michigan is not radical Democrats. They're not the radical, ones. But there are programs in there that I do like. So that's another reason why I don't say that I'm on one or either side. I'm more kind of, if I had to pick, more leaning to the right and stuff like that. I haven't decided with the Libertarian Front. But yeah, and it definitely is. It's terrible. $2.45 in New Jersey, $1.79 in Austin, Texas. Okay, well, Austin, Texas, that's pretty good. That's good. That's cheaper in here, too. So there you go. But New Jersey, $2.45 for Jersey, though. I would love to. You can even look up New York, but I don't know. But a lot of people, they drive, but people don't drive. It's just buses and fucking taxis and car services and shit. So gas prices probably are fucking outrageous there too. I'm just saying it's hard as hell to live in those type of places because of the fact that they're so expensive to live. I mean, I went to Chicago and bought a pack of cigarettes. It was a pack of Marlboro Reds and a lighter. I think it was like $11-12 fucking dollars. And I bought a fucking crack lighter. I bought a cheap ass lighter. It was crazy. Now that was back in like 2016 though. When I did that. No, not 2016. Sorry. 2012. Yeah, 2012. Anyways, and just that it's that expensive and stuff like that. So it just shows you. And that's if you want to know how good your president's doing, look into it. Do research. Make sure you know what's going on. Are they staying committed to the things they said they were going to in the beginning? And just really make sure they're doing what they said they were going to do and follow through. And that's why I love him. I love him because of the fact that he followed through. I like it the fact because he's there and he's just real. And he's not fucking fake. And you know why? He goes, bitch, I don't need your money. He's like, fuck you, dude. I don't need your money. I don't need your bullshit. I'm going to say what I want to say because guess what? I made this money. Yes. Did his dad give him money? Yes. But he made sure his dad only gave him I think it was like $1 million. And he sat there and had to fucking get it. And then he lost it. And then he got it back. And I think he lost it again and then got it all back again. So, I mean, why would you not want a businessman to run the country? Back when I was a Democrat, I would have said the complete opposite though. Because I mean, if someone had put it to me that way, I probably wouldn't have said it. But why wouldn't I want a businessman? But I never thought of it back then like that. I just thought of it, what Donald Trump wants to do this, that. I didn't know all the accomplishments. I just knew he was super rich. And I just thought he had family money. I didn't know that he actually that all that shit happened to him. And I think that's what so many other people think. So I think that when you are a person from like the hashtag blah, 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 hashtag walk away campaign, or somehow you've realized that you cannot you can't take being on the left anymore. You cannot take being on the Democratic side, and you can't do it no more because it's not right. And you get sick of it. And you come from that side. I think the perspective that you genuinely bring to when you leave that side for other people that might be thinking they want to leave that side, like you did, or people who are going, why the fuck did you traitor say if you were completely Republican or whatever? But yes, I do lean more right. Things more on the right side now in life. But I would love for them to sit there and go, why did you switch? Why did you do that? What's wrong with you? Da, 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 da. And the thing is because you're going to sit there and you stop believing the lies they spread. You looked into things. You actually opened your eyes and listen. It takes one person. One person literally sat there and was like, have you looked into these? Have you gone to the CDC? Have you looked up these stats? Stuff like that, and have you looked at his campaign promises and if he went through them? And I said, no. And did you know that he lost those money? And I said, no. And when I looked into these things and I was like, wow. And then you go look at fucking Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton, Elizabeth Warren, and all them. It's terrible. No, dude. Not even going to get into it. Anyways, we can keep going on with this.
But really, what you should be avoiding is this. And this seems like it should be self-explanatory.
Yes.
Because he's got bombs and
Yeah, you shouldn't.
This is important, like you brought up. Now, it seems obvious.
Once again, to lock the
given all
doors.
Information that restricting travel immigration is important. Would be logical. Then there's Elizabeth Warren. So
fucking hate Elizabeth Warren so much. I'm fucking Native American. That bitch ain't fucking Native American. I was like, are you kidding me right now?
And she has introduced some legislation the coronavirus to what priorities divert all funds away from the border wall.
I'm going to be introducing a plan tomorrow to take every dime that the president is now spending on his racist wall at our southern border and divert
Racist
it
wall.
to work on the coronavirus.
Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, because
I hate her. Oh my gosh. And let me just explain something, guys. I'm a Christian woman. I love Jesus. Yes, I'm very down to earth. Yes, I smoke pot. Used to be on the left. Can't stand it anymore. It just makes me want to throw up. But I hate Elizabeth Warren. I hate Hillary Clinton. Now you're probably gonna be like, oh, you hate women. No, I just hate those bitches. Okay. I'm all down for a woman president, but I'm completely not okay with having them. Not you. I don't want you. I do not want you to be the motherfucker. You would be a disgrace to every walking, living, beautiful woman there is out there that owns their own vagina. You would sit there and you would be a disgrace. Either A, Hillary Clinton or Elizabeth Warren. I'm all for, if you have a standing president, you need to respect them. If those two genuinely won, and my mom and me had a conversation about this, I would honestly have to, because I see all the disrespect they do to Trump, and I probably wouldn't have done this before, but I would have to sit there and say, yes, they are my president because they won fair and square. But them bitches haven't won fair and square, so I don't have to say that shit yet. Okay. Okay, wife. Back wife called. Oh, see, that's wonderful. There you go. You have a wife. How old are you? I like knowing things about people, and I genuinely believe we live in a culture too where people don't get married anymore. I love my husband. I was very, very happy. It still literally says we just got married in chalk on where is it? On the door over there. There you go. I got my high chair, my toys and stuff. My kids' toys there and picked up yet, but anyways, yeah. So I love being married. I think that's something that people miss. They don't do it, and it's like, oh, it's too it's not against the grain. It's you're forming to what they want you to if you get married. No, it's not. That's not what it is. Democrats have become. Democrats have been this way for a long time, and I never noticed it until I started doing research. Right now, I am in the midst of doing research on Margaret Sanger which I'll get into in a different episode, but video. I meant to say video is episode because of the videos we're watching, but I'm doing an article on her. I really want to read more information and then write about my experience and what I see and view on the research. She has a whole bunch of books out herself. She's got many, many quotes. She was the woman who, if you don't know who Margaret Sanger is, she invented Planned Parenthood, and the left is always sitting there and painting Planned Parenthood as a wonderful place that helps women. No, they are not. They murder babies. That's primarily what they do. Did not know that when I was a kid, by the way, because there was Planned Parenthood. And mind you, the only Planned Parenthood was in the ghetto. And one of the things that Margaret Sanger did was she hated Black people. That is me stating a fact, mind you. I'm very, very, I go based on fact. Married 7, holy shit. Oh my goodness. Then you're gotta be like, right, you're probably around my parents' age though. That's awesome. I can't wait to get to that. Congratulations. Let's just all have a clap for 17 years. That's a fucking challenge, dude. I'm not even kidding. Like, I've been together with my husband for 4. We just got married and we got engaged. We were engaged for 3 years. We got married about a year in our relationship. Yeah, a year. And then we were gonna wait until we had enough money to have like a really nice, not like hugely fancy, but like a nice wedding for like 50 to 100 people and stuff, and like white chairs and shit. We didn't have enough money to do that, and that's a different subject I'll get into. You know what I'm saying? Financially, we couldn't. But so we sat there and we decided to just get married. And he surprised me on my birthday and took me to the courthouse, and we got our marriage certificate. And then we sat there, and my best friend she got ordained prior, couple months, for like 4 months before, to marry her aunt. And then I asked her to marry us, and it was wonderful. And we did it, the little ceremony, just right here in our apartment. I was going to go to an art gallery because I love art, but it was a lot of stuff fell through that I can talk about later. But anyways, and it was beautiful. It was lovely. Me and my husband both cried. I believe that more people need to find a spouse and get married. So like I said, once again, oh, you're 41. There you go, 41. My parents are closer to 50. I have 2 dads, and then I have 1 mom. I have my mom and my stepdad, and then my biological dad. And my biological dad is 56, 57, I think. And I can't remember. I'm sucking at this because the older I get, the more I forget shit. And my mom is 49, and my stepfather is 44, 43, 44. Yes. And so, yeah, so they're roughly around your age. Yeah, my mom was born in 1971, and I cannot remember either of my dad's. Huh. Anyways, but I know their birthday, but I don't know what year. I can't remember what year. But I think it's beautiful. I think that takes a lot of effort, and I think it takes a lot of people. I think they feel like they're trapped when they get married. It's not. People also get married for many different reasons. People get married for love. People get married for stability or love and stability, or for a green card, or for a lot of things. There's a lot of things that people can sit there and get married for. But I believe marriage is wonderful. I believe that people don't really sit there and talk about it in the mainstream. It's not. Something's taboo. We shouldn't do it. No. Fucking 17 years is a long time. My parents have been married for 20 years now. So 20 crazy years. I love them. So we'll go back to this. So I went off on a tangent.
Yeah. Not only that, let's make sure that not only do they not sign the guest book, let's throw away the guest book.
Takes time to sign it.
How much spending does she want, by the way, for spending? $400 billion.
Oh, really?
$400 billion.
Okay.
This is a good example, too, where you want to know that there's a degree of how much everybody supports borders to some extent. Even the people who say, well, you know what, man, I think we are the world. We want to hold hand with that sort of multifaceted flag that looks like it was, embroidered on a quilt. But right in the coronavirus right now, you say, okay, what should we do as far as knowing who's coming into the country? Well, I think we need to do something right now. We need to shut the government start doing that. There you go. You believe in borders. It's just to what extent do you believe in
All
borders?
right, we're gonna pause that. Yeah, no. What I was talking about with Planned Parenthood. Yeah, and it says at the America's Birth Control. Yeah, and that was what I was trying to talk about was Margaret Sanger. She invented Planned Parenthood. The Democratic side props fucking Planned Parenthood. It's a terrible place. Margaret Sanger invented Planned Parenthood to extinguish Black people, and I don't say that lightly. Yes, dear, is the secret. Yes, dear, is the secret. Actually, I totally agree with you on sometimes. I agree with you on that sometimes. There are times like, okay, for instance, when me and him were getting married, I told him I didn't. He said, "Isn't it like bad luck for me to see you?" Da, da, da. I said, "When we have our other wedding, which is going to be like we put money into it and have a celebration in front of everybody. I don't really want him to see me in that big, beautiful white dress and stuff like that. That I spent a lot of money on. I do want that to be a surprise. But our simpler wedding and stuff like that, I sat there because you said yes, dear. I sat there and wanted his opinion on the dress. And I got 2 different dresses and wanted to see which one he thought was better. And he picked out one. He thought I was just sitting there. I was like, come on, seriously, tell me, pick one. And he was like, what is wrong with you? I was like, he's like, yes, dear, they both look beautiful. I was like, no, don't yes, dear me, tell me which one. And I was like, these are photos we're going to really be taking. Like, I need to know, like, unbiasedly, like, which one looks better. And he said, I think it's like a light kind of a beigey brown. And I was like, okay. And so I wore that one. And that was an instance where you do not want to yes, dear your wife or your significant other, or even your sister or mother or anybody else that you love that's a lady. If they don't look good, tell them, but don't call them out like in front of everybody. Some people don't like that. Just go and say privately, hey, I think you should change into this. You look better in this. If your sister's trying to go to the club or your mom and they're on a date or wherever and you don't look bad, tell them, dude. Like that's how I feel. So, but I believe that marriage works with compromise and struggles. And people always say they want to get to like, I want to be married. I want to be married for like until I'm like that cute little old couple at like 94 years old. Well, you know what? It takes a lot of compromise, a lot of patience, a lot of fights, a lot of love, a lot of caring, and just a lot of give and pull and love. That's all I can say. It literally is. It's good. It's bad. It's up and down. It's all around. Marriage is wicked, but it's a balance between all those things. And you really have to love someone to stay in it. And so that's part of a choice. But anyways, back to the Planned Parenthood thing. Yeah, Planned Parenthood. Like I said, I'm doing more research and getting some different books and stuff. Yeah, she invented it for the extermination of Black people. so that it looked like everything was fine. And that's why I said the Democratic Party has been warped for forever. They sat there, and that was why back in the day, people don't really know this, but only Democrats, I think it was back in 1860, it was 1860, I can't remember, don't quote me, but when the Civil War happened, though, they sat there. No fucking Republicans, barely any Republicans owned slaves. It was only the Democratic Party. Another same thing. Jim Crow laws were and kept around, even though everywhere else, places where racism was not as vivid in certain places, but on the Democratic side, the Democrats did not want the Jim Crow laws to be. They wanted them there. They did not want them going anywhere. They kept blacks in slavery. And then now they sit there and it's this warped idea. And I have no idea how I got flipped around and how all these people, including myself, I used to be, bought into this shit that Democrats were for the people. And they're totally fucking not. And that's what's the crazy thing about it. So
There's no one who really believes in open borders when there is a
No.
foreign threat.
why would we have open borders?
Biological, I don't want to say biological warfare because
Yeah, no. When there are people who are terrorists trying to come in, we're not going to have open borders. Dude, lock it down. You lock your doors. You lock your safe. You lock your gun away. You lock your car. You put your money up. Like, come on. You lock your medication. You lock the United States down.
Fox, I mean, they've gone after us personally. Fox, NBC Universal, ABC, Disney, and I don't know who else. But we've personally had to deal with lawsuits with them. All of these entities obviously are very far left. Okay, they tend to lean very far left. These people in the media, they are one and the same with the Democratic Party right now. They actively have a politically vested interest in there being an economic recession. And here's what's important right now: the left, the woke progressives and media have the ability with their megaphone to directly affect.
Wait. I gotta pause this. What did you? Everything that shows more, is that supposed to be tits? Is better when she is with friends, less tits. Okay, so tits are great when she's on a date with you, when she's around the house, but when she's with friends, less titty is appropriate, is what you're saying? Comment back before I say anything.
Markets. And so they come out here and they talk, they create this hysteria without any context. They didn't do it with Barack Obama. That's how we looked at the economic progress that was happening during that time, because they were saying, don't panic, all is well. Whereas at this point, when there is no reason to panic, yet there is no reason for people to be going out and punching old ladies in the face
for fucking insiders and fucking shit tickets, bro.
At this point, they want this to happen so that then they can pin the virus and the
ladies
economic
fighting over fucking
impact
shit
on President Donald Trump. This is why the American public
The
distrusts media. I wanna be
exactly
really
the
clear about
creating
this.
drama.
Just not doing the guy Donald Trump. I know that there's someone in media right now who's watching this, if not hundreds of you, because we take the phone calls and we go, ha ha ha, click. No, I'm not doing your show. But my point is
That's
this
hilarious.
right now, okay? You guys are creating exactly what you want. And the American public, they don't trust you because with this, they can see it's not that you have differing political stances at this point. It's not that there's a difference of opinion as it relates to taxes or as it relates to even abortion at this point. But
That was good. That was a good bull. That was a good bull. I need to get a roll.
the coronavirus and the pandemonium or guns. No,
Or cone.
these people who believe in putting the American public first, they understand that you couldn't possibly want that because you are willing, and you openly, from people like Bill Maher who openly say it, to people like Wolf Blitzer who openly think it and then say it, not realizing that the words are coming out of their mouth. But we hear
Cracking
it
up,
anyway.
laughing,
Because
cracking up,
these
laughing.
people
Okay.
are willing to sacrifice the livelihood. You guys out there right now, media folks who are watching.
I like talking to you. It's really awesome. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed, honey. I really am trying to build my channel up. And let me pause this. This is not. I do want to make it. I do this because I want to, guys. I did it on my Facebook for forever, and then I finally. I mean, I'll be honest. Got the balls up to do it on here because on Facebook it's my friends. So they know me, and I guess I'm just more comfortable. They know that I'm me. I'm crazy. I'm out there. I speak my opinion, and I don't give a fuck. And I really don't have a fucking lot of a filter. That's why I cuss a lot. I have bipolar. I have a lot of other things, and I'm just me, and I say what I want, and I don't care. So right now, that is the biggest reason why I felt like I needed to come on this platform and grow a pair of balls and not be afraid to come on here and not be afraid to what I wanted to say. And was watching people that I really, really appreciate appreciated and admired and was like, fuck this, I want to do this, dude. And I want to voice my opinion, and I don't give a fuck. And it was never, I want people to understand that this is not a platform. I don't care if I make money from this, because that's not what it's for. That's another reason why most of my videos aren't edited. They're not, there's no sponsorships in them and stuff like that. I don't care. I think people have to do sponsorship. They do sponsorships because of the fact that fucking they need money. I don't care if you do. If I make money from it, that's great. Whatever. But that's not the point of this. The point of me doing this is because I want my message and my voice to be heard. Because I do not want people like me, people who have came from the shitty fucking Democratic Party and finally figured out all their lies. They don't have a place to go. They don't have a voice to be heard. They can't go anywhere. They probably aren't accepted, probably got in huge fights with their families. And I want people to understand that I get it. I understand why you feel the way you feel. You've been lied to your whole life. And I'm going to talk about things that are going to be about politically things. I'm going to talk about beauty. I'm going to talk about life things. I'm going to talk about kids because I have kids. I'm going to talk about the struggles of real life. I'm going to share my story eventually. I'm going to talk about everything. That's why my hashtag, my Twitter account. I only made Twitter. Never fucking thought I needed a Twitter my whole life until I was like, all right, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this seriously. And I'm going to put my message out there, you know, and I'm going to do it unedited and pretty much just raw, just me, just raw Sarah, you know. And I made one and I was like, what should my name be? What the fuck should my name be? And I was like, oh, there it is. What the fuck? I say what the fuck all the time. I say fuck a lot. And I got to be careful with that on YouTube though. So I might have to start editing stuff. Start adding some like bleep sound effects. Anyways, and so I named myself Say What the Fuck You Want Sarah. So Say What the Fuck You Want. And so it was Sarah Ginter, Say What the Fuck You Want. And so I made that because I wanted to have it connected to this too. And there's a lot of people on there that are on YouTube, and people there's fewer. I wouldn't say a lot fewer, but there's a lot of people that are on. There's some people that are on Facebook, and there's some people that are on Twitter, and there's some people that are on Instagram. There's some, so you know, you kind of have to look if you want to find your person that you like following. So that's what you're going to get from me. That's kind of content you're going to get from me. So anyways, we've got to finish the video up,
You
Steven.
don't put America first. You don't put the American people first. That's why you're dying.
Mhm.
That's why programs like this are swallowing you whole, and you are going away, and you're only shocked when you come back to contract negotiations. And then Chris Cuomo goes, holy shit, you don't have the money to pay that? No, because no one watches you, Chris Cuomo. No one believes you anymore. You hate America, you hate what it stands for, and you hate the American public through your actions in trying to subvert economic systems, so long as you get your way in making the president look back. Hey there, YouTube viewers, subscribe to the channel.
That was great.
Notification bell.
That was great. Didn't know it was going to run this long. This was 19 minutes. So for 19 minutes, I've been on here for about 52 minutes. That's not bad, because when you do reaction videos, some people get kind of shitty. Thank you. We got three people watching. That you got to stop it. You got to pause, and you got to not get copyright issues and stuff like that going on. But anyways, I think that Steven is a great person to watch. I'm not saying that some of the things couldn't be harsh. Don't agree with everything he says. Just like I don't agree with everything Trump says. I don't agree with a lot of things that a lot of people say. I form my own opinion because I have a thinking, fucking, and working brain. I don't need someone else to think for me. And if I want to know something now, because I'm a grown woman and I've matured to an age where I was like, I'm sick and tired of hearing, and it really did make me. That was why I was so sick and tired of hearing the left scream and the right get upset, and I was so sick and tired of it hearing it. And I would because my dad is all the way the harshest fucking Democrat you'll ever meet. He's just. I love my dad, okay, but my biological dad, but he is definitely my dad is. You have to take him with a grain of salt, and you got to be the right person to interact with my father, okay? But he's very, very, very Democratic, and that was where I primarily that whole side of my family is Democratic. Him and his sisters, my aunts, and then on my mom's side, my mother's side, and my stepdad, my two parents there. My mom and my dad there, they are on the Republican side. And so that's just how that works. And you're going to get two different views from two different families. And I was sick and tired of pulling back and forth. I said, fuck this. And so I started looking into stuff because my mom supports Trump and my dad didn't. And I was so caught in between the middle because I'd always been a Democrat. And I was like, why am I feeling all these things? No, it was just because of the fact that I was like, what the fuck's going on? This doesn't add up with this. If I put this in a calculator, this is wrong. 2 + 2 doesn't equal 10. No, So, and it's just like that saying, like, if it acts like a duck, if it looks like a duck, it acts like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. So that was pretty much what I needed to see. And so I saw unedited clips, unedited, mind you, of Trump. I started looking into his policies, looking into the things that he did, looking into the other side shit that they did, checking up and doing my research, checking government official sites to see was the media blowing things out of proportion. Were they making people go into hysteria mode to create this chaos for a civil war to happen, for a war against our own people? We're fighting our own neighbors. And I had never seen it so bad. And I mean, people hated Bush. I mean, I was a kid and I didn't like Bush. But I mean, I was in like second grade. But I'm just saying that it wasn't even that bad. People were pissed then, but fuck, it wasn't even that bad. I mean, people, and also another note that someone sits there and says that made me wake up too was, if we're all racists on the right, then why did fucking Barack Obama become the president? He not only got the electoral, but the popular vote. And so it was like, once again, something just doesn't add up. You know what I'm saying? And so I did my research. I suggest you do it too. And this was very, very fun. I was very, very glad. JK, how are you? I'm great. Who are you? TCM. And I thank you guys for watching. I love the support. And those are my views. Like I said, my channel's gonna sit there and conduct of a couple different things. What's gonna happen is, like I said, we're going to talk about all different things. I'm a mother. I have 2 children. I am a wife. I am married, newly married, and I am going to talk about things that I feel that are either in my own life or out in the world, in the news, and I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about whatever I fucking want to, and that's pretty much the entire point of my channel. So if you like the content that you get from me, then you will. I try to be as muchly unedited as I possibly can. I might, because of my swearing, have to go back and do some editing where I do add little funky little noises to my cuss words, so I do not get demonetized. Depending on, don't think they really demonetize people that they don't give a shit or have small channels, but if they do, then I will. So anything can send a red flag through the process that they go through when they check stuff. But those are my views. And if you like the videos, you're more than welcome to sit there and stick around. I do not tell people to subscribe. If you want to, go ahead. If you don't. And I just hope that everyone has a blessed day and has a wonderful rest of the night. Bye, guys.